You're listening to Punisher Waterfowls, the Union 0430 podcast. Brought to you by Real Geese Decoys, the most technologically advanced silhouette decoy on the market. First Light, the best hunting gear on the planet. Go farther, stay longer. And Ducklander Calls, tradition, education, and quality. Built to hunt.
I did. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Union 0430 podcast. This is episode 246. And dare I say it, Craig? Dare I say it? Our favorite guest of all time joins us again.
Oh, thanks, boys.
I'm glad to be here,
Buddy,
folks.
Well, hey, listen, Philly, Craig.
Oh, yeah, you missed the last one. That's right, Phil.
He did start off before we hit the record button. He did start off by saying, "Hey, I've got some Canadian friends, and I think they're okay." So, hey, listen, we're gonna dive into that, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 246. We would like to thank First Light, Real Geese, Ducklander Calls, and of course, the voice of the Union 0430, Captain Jeff Coates from Pit Boss Waterfowl. Jeez. Trying to talk too fast there. Thank you to the sponsors. You have no idea how much your support means to us, and we hope that you will continue into 2026 there.
And I'd like to give out a shout to Harry from Nature Tracks for keeping all my stuff dry this morning.
Well, hey, listen, that's interesting and a good point, Philly, because I don't think well, you and Craig have done a little bit of stuff for Harry. I have yet to really pump anything out for him. So, Harry, thank you for keeping Phil's kit dry, because he's a cop. He's not an army guy, and he would probably be piss moaning if he got his shit wet.
I was piss moaning this morning. I was trying to get some content done, and I couldn't get the camera out of the bag because it wouldn't stop raining.
But meanwhile, here I am throwing shade at Philly, and what did I do this morning? I didn't go out in the cold and go hunting.
You did.
Yeah, I stayed in bed.
I smashed mallards in the face.
Yeah, you did. You did.
No, tough life, Phil. Jeez.
It was rough.
Oh, man, I feel so bad for you.
If our shooting was a little bit better, Drew, me and my buddy would have had a 2-man limit in like 15 minutes.
That's crazy.
This might be a silly question. What is the greenhead limit where you are?
We don't have 6 birds.
Yeah. So if you want to shoot 6 pintail, shoot 6 pintail. You want to shoot 6 mallards, shoot 6 mallards.
Oh my!
You can shoot 6 Susies.
Yeah. You want to shoot 6 hens. Shoot
all hens all the time.
All hens all the time.
That's awful. That's a terrible way to go.
Now, hold on, Drew. Yeah. It gets better. You go to Saskatchewan or Alberta, and the limit's 8.
8 of anything. Yeah.
Yeah, it's man, we're doing it all wrong.
Yeah, it's one of the six ducks, but 3 can only be this, and 2 have to be that, and
one can only be shot on a Wednesday. Like, fuck. Yeah. No,
okay. So now your rules are similar to ours when you start acting like that.
Yeah, so. But we were making fun of your rules. We don't act like our rules are not like that.
Oh, I was gonna say
we don't
that.
have.
All right,
no,
well.
We don't have splits in our season. We don't have, like Drew, I don't know if it's like where you are, but we've had some guests on here in the past where they say like it's different from county to county on the rules. Like some places you can't use a motorboat to go in, and I'm just like, man, like.
Oh, and there's certain places in the States where they have shell
bullshit when it comes to rules.
It is total bullshit. So like, yeah, buddy, tell me about it. I'm an American and I know this. It's stupid. Well, we could go, depending on the flyway that you're in the States, you could go, there's several different rules, right? Like a really silly one for the East Coast, I'm in North Carolina, is you can't hunt on Sundays. Because we're in, like, it really kills a lot of guys hunting because they can't, they work all week and it's not like they're taking off all their vacations for their family. And it's like, it hurts a lot of guys. What's another one? No mud motors. Right? That's in certain places. And
I've heard that.
Different. Yeah. You can't have mud motors just because of noise level. One is like you can't be within 500 yards in a salt marsh of a house in Wilmington. You know what I mean? Like, there's just a silly amount of rules
we
that.
have bylaws like that here in some places. Like it obviously it more applies to like the field hunts, Drew, where like you can't be 300 yards from a house.
Yeah, which makes sense. And like a lot of times I get it, right?
Oh,
Like you
yeah.
don't want to be waking up.
Like unless
So
it's you're hunting that farm, like you've got permission on, and like I guess there's an exemption where like you're discharging that said property.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, like there's certain like because obviously like in some farm properties, depending on where you're set up, you might be close to the neighbor's house or whatever. Jazz.
But we still have places around here where there's no Sunday hunting. Like that's like it's not a lot of places, but there are some. But I guess the compensation for losing out on your Sunday gun hunting here in Ontario, they'll do a late season. I think it's around February, right, fellas?
And end of February, beginning of March.
Kind of like that end of February, March week.
You get a late season honker hunt.
Wow. Okay.
Oh yeah, and you can put a beat down on them at that time, and that's in February when nobody else is hunting.
And it's 10 birds a day.
Yeah.
Dang, 10 big Canadas. That's a lot of meat, dude.
And there's no freezer limit.
Yeah.
Like we do not have a possession limit for Canadas.
Not in
you
it,
get
but
your birds
that's
every
new.
day, and
that's new, right? The possession limit.
Yeah, within the last
been around
couple
a while
years.
now.
Yeah, like 2 years. Like, but
No,
it
it's been longer than that.
Really?
Yeah,
that's wild.
It's been around a while.
I thought it was newer than that.
And even with the Sunday hunting, like it's down to township, like each individual township. The province allows it, and then each township has the option to opt in or out.
Now, the thing that the ace we have up the sleeve here is that Delta Waterfowl will go into these townships and advocate for us for Sunday gun hunting, right? And they
they do that. They do that in the States too. It's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
They are pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like I got a lot of respect for Delta.
Yeah. So
let me ask you this. So for you guys then, right? Your season, obviously you start before us. I've never been in Canada. We've talked about this before, hunting. But when does your season start? And then, so you got a week in February to March there. That's your late. When is the bulk of your season then?
September to January.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we have the full, what is it, 105 or 107?
Something like
107.
that.
Yeah, we have the full season.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Keeping in mind Ontario is divided into 4, and it goes from north-south. So like the very north district, whatever you want to call it in Ontario, opens like the first Saturday in September. And then the second Saturday, the third Saturday, where 95% of the duck hunting occurs in Ontario. It's the fourth Saturday in September. Yeah.
Damn, that's wild, man.
And it's like the same thing. It's fourth Saturday every year.
But like for us, like we could, and I've talked about it on the show in the past, and I don't know if it's a popular opinion or not, but we could push our start later.
Oh, 100%.
Do you know
I think so?
Yeah, I think we can, because we do one thing that we do here in Ontario, and I don't know if they do it in any other provinces, boys, you might know, but we do an early goose where we have a week where you're allowed 10 birds a day.
Early goose is 10 days.
10 days, yeah.
10 days. And you're allowed 10 birds a day, and then that ends, and then it's a week of no hunting, and then the regular season kicks off.
Yeah, and then full goose and duck kicks in.
For Southern Ontario, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for us, we get early, it depends on the state you're in. Well, we obviously get teal, if your state gets teal, and then most do, but we got teal, that'll be like 10 days. That was kind of a new thing this year in the States for a lot of different people.
Teal and mullet teal.
Well, there's, depending on where you are and whether you're on private land, there are many forms of teal. There are red teal, there are woody teal, there are, you know what I mean? There are gray teal. Lots of different
teal. Oh, that's a
it
new
depends
one.
on how new the crowd you're with is, I guess.
Green teal.
Oh yeah, dude. These weird teal that have a green head. I don't get it, but
and I believe I've heard about them. They're a little bit bigger than normal teal too, aren't
yeah,
they?
they're a little fattier too, and they have like this cool color in the wing. It's wild. It'll blow your mind. You see so many of them, dude. That and they're just there for the taking. No one else is shooting them. I can't figure it out, but like
I was smashing limits.
yeah, dude. I'm in and out in 15, and I don't know whatever. It's just taking everybody else so long.
That's awesome.
Why is this guy in a green outfit following me?
Yeah, dude.
With the green jeans? Yeah.
Oh, dude, we have like in North Carolina, for the listeners, we have a little like weekend in October that we get to go. It's like 2 or 3 days on the inland side and then 2 days on the coastal side. Well, I went on the inland side. I hunted both days, but that first day, there he was, no kidding, both officers waiting at the boat ramp for everybody. We just
Really?
lined up. Oh yeah, and I don't mind. I've
Yeah.
been really fortunate. I support them. It's a limited resource. Like, do your thing, dude. Catch
Yeah.
the guy.
Yeah.
It was really interesting. A couple of young guys got out before me and they like pulled them off to the right so they could search everything. And then I got the older officer and I was like, what would you like first? You like license or gun?
Yeah.
It's like totally your call, man. This is whatever easiest for you. He's like, well, most people don't say that. And I was like, well, you got me dead to rights. The boat's in the water. Like, I'm not going to get out of this. What am I going to do? Run back to the boat, grab my dog and like skedaddle, you know?
Yeah.
He's like, all right, well, pull your boat up here. So I did. And he checked everything. The other guys that were giving the other officer static.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, buddy.
Kept them there forever.
Yeah. Kept them there forever. Full top to bottom inspection.
And rightfully so.
Oh, and I was like, dude, what? I told the young guys, I mean, they couldn't have been 20, 21. I was like, after they left, I was like, fellas, just don't do it. It's like, just for 5 seconds, take your ego out of it, be respectful, and it'll go smooth. I was like, did you see me get checked? He checked my life jackets and my gun. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, stop it. So
it's important to have life jackets, right, Damien?
So I probably haven't told you this story, Drew.
Yes.
So a buddy of mine and I were hunting this. It was a popular area, right? And we're hunting and stuff. So it's getting later in the morning and boats are starting to leave and they're headed back into the launch, right? So we're still out and about and we're doing our thing. And one of the fellas texts me and says, hey, just so you know, the conservation officers are at the boat launch. And I was like, man, fuck, I don't care. I was like, I got nothing to hide. And so we did our thing and then we made our way in, right? So it was a young fella and an older fella. So obviously young fella's doing his training. The old guy is there sort of kind of mentor him, right? And as I pull in, he's looking this guy over and that guy's giving him a bit of a hard time too, right? So
I don't get it, dude.
So I pulled in and then, you know, they finish up with the guy that's giving them a hard time and they come over and ask for license, ask for guns, see the birds. They go through everything. I'm like, here you go. And then the final question, let me see your life jackets. And I only had one life jacket. And I said, well, you know what? You got me. I said, because that's the one thing I don't have. And the old fella looked at me. He said, man, he said, honestly, I wouldn't do it to you. He said, but there's so many people looking around here and we gave it to the other guy, right? Because the other guy was being an asshole too. He was like, so you're getting a ticket. And I was like, I get it. I was like, you know, my own stupid fault. I didn't have the life jackets. But then when he told, I think it was like $400 was what the ticket was for no life jacket. And I was like, and then I was just like, now I want to get mad at you and yell at you. But
$400, dude.
Yeah. So I tell you what, there's always life jackets in I don't have a boat anymore, but when I did, go Phil.
Not that I know anything about writing tickets, but
weird.
9 times out of 10, it's generally the person that, you know, is being dealt with is the author of their own demise.
Except for driving, we have a toll highway here, Drew, and I'm driving.
That was a bullshit ticket.
I'm driving the toll highway. I'm bringing my daughter back to university. We're clipping along on the toll highway, and my wife goes, "The cops have their light on behind you," and I was like, "What?" And she was like, the lights are on. I was like, what the fuck? I was like,
go around me.
and now I'm like going through a mental checklist. I was like, I don't think I'd done anything wrong. I'm not speeding. I didn't do anything dangerous or whatever. I had one of those tinted license plate covers on the back of my truck. And the guy comes up and he was like, I can't see your license plate. I was like, what? What do you mean you can't see my license plate? He was like, you got that cover on. He was like, and you're on a toll highway. I said, well, I have a transponder in the truck. I was like, so I don't even need plates. The transponder will say when I'm crossing over. He was like, doesn't matter. $115. He got me. So I get on with Phil and then my other two buddies that are coppers, and I tell them right, and they're like, well, were you an asshole? Like right off the bat, because it's such a chinchy ticket, right? And they were like, well, were you an asshole? I said, no, fuck, I never give cops a hard time, right? I got a lot of time for cops, and I got a bunch of friends that are joining up and stuff like that. So I made small talk with them. No, didn't matter to this dude.
Damn.
He was out to get somebody. I call Phil. Phil's like, dude, that is what I do when I got nothing to get anybody else on. No, it wasn't Phil said that. It was somebody else that said it. They were like, that's the when you really got to give somebody something and you got nothing. Yeah. So yeah.
Dude, he probably caught his wife with some guy at Tim Hortons, dude. And then you just happened to be the dude that he pulled over next.
Yeah, fair. Drew, buddy, how was what you say? What you say, Philly?
No, it was probably another cop.
Oh, yeah, well. Hey, there was that girl down in the States that she got pretty famous for running through the department there, didn't she?
Oh my gosh.
That did not work out well for that young lady.
Well, can we just talk about the fact that she looked like Shrek? Like what? Like, how did that happen? You know what I mean? There had to be a couple of good-looking dudes.
In fairness, beauty's only a light switch away.
That's true.
Yeah, but hey, listen, man, if you're dipping your toe in the pool, where you're going to be seeing that same person,
you don't dunk the donut in the company coffee.
Like,
oh God, dude.
You know, like
that. Well, you had to like. I don't. You know what? I don't want to imagine.
Like,
that, but,
has anyone here ever watched Mad TV and remember the skit "Lowered Expectations"?
Yeah.
True. Okay.
Yeah.
Check
Drew, buddy, tell us a funny story. I know you got two. I know you got a couple funny stories, so come on with it.
Yeah. Oh man. I do have something I do want to talk about a little bit later because I want to get you guys' take because it's the public game has been pretty interesting so far here in North Carolina. So
okay.
But I want to start off with what you talked about in the intro, where a buddy of mine down here, gets pretty discouraged when the ducks aren't here. And he's like, oh, man, the Canadian guys, they're holding on to all the birds.
All our heated ponds?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I said. I was like, what do you think they have like extra food or like what? Like, is it what? Like, how exactly do you hold birds per se? And he was like, well, they just, the weather. And I was like, oh, that's right. Canada has weather machines. That totally makes sense. Yeah, dude, totally. They, it's their fault.
Yeah.
And then I talked about you guys and I was like, oh, dude, the Punisher Waterfowl bros. They have them all, man. I'll just call them and tell them. And I was like, on second thought, I like those guys. They can hold on to them for a little bit. We're not ready yet. And he was just like, what are you talking about? And so, yeah.
It's them heated corn ponds.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, that's where you tell your buddy, like, let them birds eat all that Canadian food, get all fattened up before they come down. We don't want to be shooting no skinny bird.
Yeah.
Well, my whole thing is it's our sport is so dependent on weather, right? Like
everything.
It is on like literally it is all weather. And it always fascinates me how people get so upset at others, right? Like in the Mississippi Flyway, a lot of people would subscribe to the idea that mallards, since I was a kid, right? And I was born in 1984 and I've been hunting them since I was probably about 8. So early 90s, we would have so many mallards where they've kind of disappeared, right? And everybody blames Missouri and Arkansas and things like that. Well, look, I get it. There's more food there and stuff, but the weather has so much to do with it these days. Like it just doesn't get as cold anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's a fact. And I think you guys probably hold birds longer because it doesn't get as cold fast where you are. You know what I mean? So
October was so hot.
Yeah.
yeah, like dude, it's going to be in the high 60s on Saturday for this
Really?
next weekend. Yeah, dude. It'll be a low of 43 in the morning and like a high 60s in the like at its peak.
Well, the morning will be nice, but
Yeah.
I was
the
out
morning
yesterday
is nice.
morning and had to break ice.
Yeah.
Like my little pond was completely iced over. Had to break ice.
Like pretty thick, Phil, or no?
Quarter inch,
Couple centimeters?
maybe.
Like an inch?
Quarter
Not
inch.
even an inch. No, an inch would have been too much.
But yeah, that'd be way too much. Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
maybe
we're freezing
a
up
quarter
around
if I
here.
was lucky.
Are you freezing up, Craig?
Yeah, the smaller water is.
Jesus, sorry,
Yeah.
Philly, I cut you
But
off.
so I busted a hole, and then between my buddy and I, we were running like two splashers, and then I got one of the Duck Creek flashbacks, which was help just kind of keeping water moving and stuff. Like
Churning water, yeah.
there's still piles of chunks of ice. Like we tried our best to break it in sheets and skim it, but there's still piles and piles and piles of chunk ice in the kill hole. So we shot 2 birds yesterday. Probably saw 24, maybe. We go back this morning, and I've got an ice eater from Show Me Ducks. So like after seeing yesterday, like I'm all hot and horny now. Like I go out and I run out and buy a T-post. I yanked one of my trolling motor batteries out of the boat. Like, oh yeah, like we're going back tomorrow. Like, ice eater, everything.
Yeah.
I get to the spot this morning. I'm like,
yeah, no ice.
We're about two minutes after what time my buddy's supposed to show up. I'm like literally about to pick up the phone and call him and be like, dude, like where the hell are you? I get a text. I just got up. I'm on my way.
On my way.
I'm like, yeah, dude. I'm like, you know where you're going. So I'm like, I'll meet you.
Yeah.
I'll meet you at the pond. So I drive further into the property where we park, and I got a wheelbarrow because like I got towed a freaking car battery and all this other jazz. I get to the pond, wide open. I'm like, I go through all this work, and the goddamn pond's wide open. Whatever. I set the decoys. My buddy shows up, and we literally smashed. I think we had 10 mallards in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, those ice eaters work so well, you don't even have to bring them.
That's what I wanted to ask you. How was that ice eater from Show Me Ducks?
I wouldn't know.
Oh, fuck yeah, I guess so, right?
Pond was wide open.
Yeah, fair. Fair.
Damn it. It's amazing as duck hunters how much shit we got.
So so when you started talking and telling that story about how your buddies, like the Canadians, are holding birds, well, when I was out west this year, there were some fellas from southern U.S. and their big gripe is these ice eaters. They are not fans of the northern states and Canada utilizing ice eaters.
There's
because
nobody running ice eaters up here.
Well, not in Canada, there's not.
Like,
but
the amount of us that are running ice eaters up here ain't affecting nothing.
No, I know, not Canadians, but if you look at, the Dakotas and stuff like that, you can be sure there's a lot of dudes doing it. And those guys, I'm going to tell you, they were not too happy about this whole ice eater bit. They were like, they're holding, and they're holding the birds. They keep the water open and they're holding the birds, and then the birds don't come down. But to your point with the weather, like we see it now especially here in Ontario, we're seeing birds now in Ontario that we would never have seen 10 years ago because the weather is so crazy. Now the flyway seems to be getting wider. Like birds are showing up now because it's warmer here than what it was 10 years ago.
Yeah, timing's different. Just kind of the flyways are different.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's there's a lot of science on the transponders now that they've started to put so many transponders on ducks. Like you see ducks, they go back and forth.
Oh yeah,
right.
Well,
like that was what I saw.
The thing that blows my mind, sorry, Drew, I cut you off, was that I remember talking to fellas last year and then them telling me about reverse migration, which I've never experienced that, but that just blows my mind that the birds will come down and they'll rest, and then they're like, oh, I think I'm going to fuck off north again for another little bit.
Yeah,
And
dude.
you know what I mean? Like the reverse migration thing, that just blows my mind altogether.
Well, my buddy sent me like different states make it accessible, and I know Delta Waterfowl does it a little bit too. But they'll let you see the transponders, and it's just like, dude, you would see it would look like the graph would bounce, because they're going back and forth, and I'm like
an EKG.
I think yeah, literally. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was just like, dude, this is insane. Like, I just think it's the weather silly. And I also think there's a lot, and now please know that for the listeners, I am not a biologist. I do not work for DU or Delta Waterfowl, but there's something to be said, at least in Louisiana, if the food in the north is covered by snow, if there's a lot of snowfall, right, and all that corn gets covered, they come, dude, and they come hard. Because whenever we've seen historically in northern Louisiana and in North Carolina for the most part, anytime northern states get 3 to 5 inches, here they come, buddy. You better be out there because they are coming hard because they're hungry. They're flying hungry now. So if you can work traffic and get near a feed, you will murder them.
Well, how many times have we talked about it on this show where we said, listen, they care about one thing, fucking and feeding. That's it.
Yeah,
right?
That's two things.
Yeah, they're only going to go as far as they need to.
Exactly.
That's right.
You would do the same thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well,
so if there's tons of food down and it's accessible, they ain't leaving. Sorry, Phil, go for it.
You get that cold, stiff, like that first cold, stiff north wind. Yeah, they're bugging.
Yeah,
for sure. And like,
dude, we had it. Our opening day was November 8th. And to your point, Phil, we got a strong north wind and it dropped to 30 degrees. Buddy, look high.
Call in sick, call in dead, call in whatever. Get out there.
100%, man.
Well, it's funny, like what Damien said, like, and I'm a total advocate for this too, about bumping our opener.
Yeah.
The only thing we're going to lose is teal.
Yeah.
And I could care less about shooting appetizers. Like, they're like a half duck.
And it's like I don't like being out hunting when it's between 30 and 40 degrees Celsius. It's just not fun.
Yeah,
when especially if you're out in the swamp.
Yeah, when it's 70 degrees out, 75 degrees, like
when you got to grease your legs up in margarine to get them out of the waders.
But like,
get the baby oil out.
The mosquitoes are out, and it's hot, and then like, luckily I have breathable waders now, like just uninsulated breathables. But can you remember back in the day when we were wearing just nothing but neoprene in
5
like 30
neos?
I still am.
God, the swamp ass. I'm coming out of that
film. There's like that film of it's not even lit. It's in the middle of a liquid and a solid. It's like a jelly.
Oh, buddy!
Between your skin and the weight.
When you like marinate meat and you suck the air out of like a Ziploc container, that's what I felt like in those. Because you're talking to a guy who grew up doing Louisiana teal, buddy. You would literally get carried off by mosquitoes just as off you go. You know, like it was wild. But I gotta say, I love teal. Those dude, they're such jet fighters because you're like,
I know.
Oh man, we'll get them on the way back. Nope, no, we will not. Watch them go, boys.
Yeah, up here, like no one cares about teal.
I believe it.
Like, I
totally believe it.
Well, Brian, like we did the trip down to Habitat Flats there a couple years ago.
Yeah,
and so like
how was that?
So our friend Brian, won like this hunt thing that Tony put on. Like, what are the odds, right? A Canadian wins this?
Yeah, seriously.
So the four of us go down to Habitat Flats for their opener at like the OG lodge that they had, which has now since been revamped. But so opening day, where we had this guy Hayden, lovely guy, amazing dude, absolute gem to hunt with. So like, there's the four of us, and we said to him, we're like, yeah, like, way too fussy on shooting teal. Like, we didn't come down here to shoot like baby ducks. He's like, what do you mean? Like, he was almost half offended. We're like, yeah, just fucking teal. So there we are. So we were hunting flooded corn. We're in like one of those big steel pit blinds. And like, we're not even in the blind. We're like standing up. Like we didn't even have to be like it's first light. So he's like, yeah, you guys can just stand there and just hold your gun, and I'll tell you when to shoot. Okay. So we did that for like the first bunch of volleys, and then the birds start getting squirrely. But like there'd be like 40 teal come whipping, and he's like, take them, and then
nobody would shoot.
Crickets.
Yeah,
fucking silence. He looks at us. He's like, what's wrong with? We're like, yeah, we're not shooting teal, bro.
we're not shooting teal.
No. And it's funny. We had a volley of birds. It was a total mixed pack come in. Bunch of birds dump in. We're dumping guns, whatever. And I had this bird, and I was like, I must have been the only guy in the blind that had one shell left. Bird on the deck, 10 yards out, ripping in front of us. Well, it was so close, I thought it was bigger than what it was. Like I thought it was further out, and I just ripped over and hit it. And then, oh fuck, that was a teal.
Well, was past tense.
Yeah,
that close, buddy. That was, now you made missed.
Well, I had a good hunt lined up when I was out west, and it was a mixed bag. It was mostly big ducks, but it was mostly greenheads, right? So pennies and greenheads. No brown ducks really. There was some mix in there. But I didn't really notice the teal in there. So anyways, I'm like, yeah, I've got a hunt for tomorrow. I've got a duck hunt for tomorrow. So these guys were from Iowa. Great group of dudes. They came, and the first day they didn't have a great hunt. So this was sort of kind of the redemption. So I took them out expecting to put them on to some big ducks. Yeah. And they shot their 40 birds, and every fucking one of them was teal. Everyone.
Damn.
But they loved it. But I was like, boys, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry that you're into teal. And they were like, what are you talking about? This is fucking awesome. And the teal were just working too, right? Like they were doing it nice and they worked well. But I'm with Phil. I was like, boys, I'm sorry. I didn't, I thought we were going to get into some big ducks. And they were like, oh, this is fucking fine, man. We're shooting. And they got their limits, but.
And especially up here, we lose them so early. Like they don't have color or anything. They don't look like anything, right? So it's not like you're holding a nice green wing.
Oh, man, I was going to say a nice blue wing with the crescent on his face, like.
Yeah, we only see those in the spring.
Yeah.
But now I would be a big fan of going down south. So like, when you hear about like Texas teal or down the south.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to just go down, set up for like that hour, shoot your birds, and then everyone just has a drink and eat some good food and the whole bit. I could be into that, but I'm sort of kind of with Phil. I would pick a greenhead over a teal any day.
Yeah,
100%.
I would say if you guys were going to do it, if you were going to go the teal route, you would go to South Louisiana or South Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And I would do the bang and cast special or whatever it's called. It's like you guys will go out for first light, do exactly what you're saying. You'll bang 6 teal, and then you'll go back, hop on a flats boat, and go out and catch big redfish and speckled trout. And then
fun.
Come back, drink, eat, and then wake up and rinse and repeat. Do that for like 2 to 3 days. Like that.
That's a good time. That's a good time.
It's a lot of sunshine.
Cast and blast.
Cast and blast.
That's what it is. Yeah, nailed it.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah,
but
like it's.
We're going to worry about the 2026 winter and trip down with Drew. That's what we got to get figured out. That's Craig. We touched on that the last time you were on, Drew.
Yeah,
and I'm going to tell you, Craig hasn't forgotten about it.
No, I brought it up the other day.
He has not forgotten about it. He's brought it up a couple times now. He was like, "Hey, listen, remember, we gotta try and figure something out to get down with Drew." And I'm like, "I'm in, man. I'm
Biggest thing is, can we get crabs to go?
Can we get crabs to go?
I mean, I could pick up crabs and come north, and we just keep them in the freezer.
I mean, crab, like Jeff Coates crabs to go.
Well, that's in Maryland, and Drew is in North Dakota.
Don't you have to go through Maryland?
Do I have to? No, not if I go west. If we go west,
we do. If we were to drive,
yeah. If you guys were to come down, it would be different.
We'll see.
Yeah, but.
So Phil's like, okay, so then we drive so we can get some crabs to go.
So the answer is yes.
Yeah, we can figure it out. I mean, it's not that hard. Between four grown men, I feel like we can pull it off.
Yeah,
so,
I'm sure I don't know. Fuck, it was funny, man. I was talking to, so my wife and 3 of her girlfriends went to Cancun about 2 weeks ago, right? It was one of the girls, it was her like bachelorette thing. There was just 4 girls. She's getting married in December, right? They're talking about all the things they're going to do and get up in the morning and do this and get up. I was like, man, you really, and my wife is like, everything's planned out and stuff. I said, you should really come on a trip with me and my friends. And she was like, why? I was like, because there is absolutely no planning whatsoever. It's show up at this time and we're leaving at this time. Everything else is up in the air, and we just roll with the punches. So, and she was like, yeah, I don't think I could do that. And I was like, don't come hanging out with me and my buddies then, because
she's just going to get secondhand anxiety.
Yeah, you're setting yourself up for disappointment if you hang out with me and the boys, because there's no yoga at 8 a.m. I can tell you that.
Oh my God. All I know is there needs to be a fire and I need a drink, and then we'll figure out the snacks later.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
well, my big question, Drew, is what's in the glass tonight?
What's in the what?
What's in the glass tonight?
What are you drinking?
What's in the glass? Oh, I started off with Jefferson, and then now I've moved on to Woodford Reserve.
Ooh, Woodford's good. I've never had Jefferson, but Woodford Reserve is
Jefferson's.
Good.
Yeah. Jefferson. So they have 2 batches, I think. And this is me just like, the quick Google about it. But they have one batch that apparently they put in barrels and they take to sea, and apparently the salty air does something. It's a little bit more of an expensive bottle, but it is really good.
Okay, boys. All right.
Interesting.
At some point, when are we going to start calling bullshit on the distillers? Because I don't fucking know, man. Like, the salt air does something to the fermenting of the. I don't know. Hey, listen, man. I'll buy into it, and I'll buy the bottle, and I'll drink it, and I'll be the first one in front of my friends just so I can seem uppity and know shit. And I'll be like, oh, the salt air mixes with the.
Just to rub somebody's face in it.
And we ran it through the flux capacitor.
Yeah. And I went through the flux capacitor, and it was, and it's spent 30 days in the ocean down in a
submerged
water,
barrel,
submerged
only
barrel.
Barnacles. Yeah,
at exactly 1,023 feet.
Yeah, exactly.
At exactly this much, and the ocean. If the ocean's temperature raises a degree, we've got to throw the entire batch away.
Yeah, it's ruined.
It sat next to 6 kilos of Colombian pure cocaine.
And never tried one sniff, dude. I promise.
Yeah,
I had a buddy, dude. This buddy of mine yesterday had something pretty funny. His wife was giving him shit about something. It was like a cocaine joke, and he was like, "Look, I'm not here to judge. I only like cocaine for the smell." So, and I was like, that's really good, man.
That is really good.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit, that's pretty inventive.
That is pretty good, boys. I got to tell you this. So, down hunting this past week, and I met a guy while I was hunting. He was from Pennsylvania, right? Him and a bunch of dudes came up and doing some hunting and stuff, and we're doing diver hunting, right? So you're in the layout or you're in the tender boat just shooting the shit and waiting for your turn to go back out into the layout, right? So I'm in one boat. This guy from Pennsylvania, he's in another boat, and I'm gonna tag him in this, so hopefully he listens to it. And he's just sitting there, right? And he doesn't seem like he's really motivated to get back out into the layout boat, right? So then he tells me, he was like, yeah, man, I got into the gummies last night, right? And he was like, I got pretty messed up. And I was like, oh, really?
Wasted.
Yeah. So when someone says that to me, because I take them every night, right? I take them every night to help me sleep. I never take them during the day. I shouldn't say never. There has been the odd occasion, but normally 99% of the time I'm taking them just at night to go to sleep. So I says to him, and I've been doing it now for like 2 years, 3 years maybe, right? So I says to him, I was like, well, how much did you take that you got so messed up? I was like, I take like 20 milligrams. That's what I take. And he was like, oh, I took 130. And I was like, oh,
Jesus.
buddy.
He would, and I was like, what? I was
Did
like,
he
dude,
not figure out the math? And
well, he just,
Dude.
somebody just said, here, take this. And he was like, oh, okay. And he just fucking took it. And I was just like, holy fuck, dude. You must have been paralyzed. And he was like, yeah,
dude.
Yeah, 100%. I was paralyzed. I was like, I do 20. And amongst my friends, 20 is a lot. Because most of my friends are taking 10.
Well, like, I would have asked him. I'd been like, how was the spirit world, dude? Jesus Christ, dude. My God.
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
Yeah,
how was the
holy
underworld,
shit, bro?
Did you
What
say hi
are
to
you-
Did you say hi to Hades while you were on your frig?
Dude, I would have been like, either how is the spirit world or what the fuck are you running from?
yeah.
We can go to the side and talk, and like you don't have to run from that. Like,
buddy, I was just like, like tastes like purple.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's like
like,
that
my
guy. It's like that guy does like it's totally made up. It's like what are these white people putting in their gummies? Like I'm tasting colors.
Yeah.
I'm stuck in the Walmart
That black
parking lot
guy?
because I can't gas up my spaceship.
yeah,
That black
Dude.
guy, right? Because it was so funny because he was so used to just smoking dope,
Just
and he was like,
fucking gooned.
"Why do white people have to make their edibles
so
crazy?"
yeah. That shit was so funny.
Oh, and he was just fucking.
I couldn't figure out how to
lubed, too.
gas up the mothership, but I couldn't leave Walmart.
Yeah.
Craig, buddy, you're fairly quiet tonight, Craig.
What do you want me to talk about?
I don't know. Let's talk about something. Let's get you involved in something.
I can make Craig talk, dude.
Okay, here we go.
How's your pup, dude?
He's good. He's been a bit of a dick this week, so it's good timing because I'm leaving. What's today? Thursday. I'm leaving in 2 days to drop him off. He's a couple weeks behind, but
he's going to school.
Yeah, he was doing really good, and then this week, this week he's just been a dick. So no, I'll drop him off in 2 days, and then so it's kind of good because the kids actually have a day off from school tomorrow. So it's it's kind of nice to be the last full day at home with them. So
yeah.
Tomorrow, so we'll see how everybody handles that when I drive away on Saturday morning with them.
I was like, dude, okay, hey, here we are talking about it. It's gonna be awful. Just to tell you, everyone's gonna freak out.
Seems like we've had him so much longer. It's like, fuck, we've only had him for 5 months, and he's gonna be gone for 4.
Yeah,
really? Yeah. It just seems like it's timing usually goes by so quickly, and you'd think that it just seems like we've had him a lot longer.
Do you know what's the best
Cam
part
will
about
never
your dog
say it
going
to
a
you, but
trainer?
he's like this. I don't have to scoop up any dog shit. I don't have to do this. And Cam is secretly just high
exactly what I was just
air
gonna say,
pumps there.
Best part about your dog going to a trainer? Don't have to deal with dog shit.
Well, especially like over the winter, like during the winter months, like we're not gonna have all that shit once the snow's gone in the spring.
Hey, that's a blessing in disguise right there. Not having the landmines when all the snow melts. That's a blessing right there.
There's a lot of times you guys don't sound like Canadians, but when you say shit like that you guys sound like. Well, just for the record,
like
when you're like, oh, snow melted. Look at all this dog shit. It's like, oh.
Yeah, I guess.
Great. So we got 2 inches of snow the other day. My kids were out in the backyard tobogganing.
Really?
We hardly had anything here. It's funny, like we're in a pocket.
Going down the little hill in the backyard. I'm looking. I'm like, yeah, you're just literally mashing that dog shit right into the
Yeah. The kid down the road from me, and this is, boys, right? You often wonder how we make it to manhood. And
do we?
Yeah, do we? He's got a quad, and towing behind the quad is like this little tiny sled, like not a toboggan, but like this plastic roto-molded sled that's probably got 20 granny knots tied into it onto the back rack of the quad, and this guy is just whipping around. And the competition now. Let's see who can knock people off the sleigh, right?
Yeah, naturally.
And I'm just like, boys, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, right? Like, someone's going to get a broken arm or they're going to get run over by the quad or some fucking thing.
Well, that was
At
my
least one
kids the
missing
other day.
tooth.
One of them was towing one of them on something else up and down the street in the snow on a bicycle.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm just going to sit in my chair in the basement by the wood stove and drink my beer and have my phone ready on speed dial.
Yeah. Wait for the cries.
Wait for the cry. Yeah, but see, Phil's two boys are old enough that they're not going to cry because they'll go run away somewhere, cry, and get it all out of their system before their mom and dad sees
they'll
them.
come
Right?
barreling in the door.
Will they?
Barreling in the door.
That's awesome. Drew, tell us another funny story, buddy. I know
I got a question for you three, actually.
Okay.
So for this, I was thinking about this when we were talking about the show. So what is too close? Let's say you're hunting public land, wherever you may go, right? Like it doesn't matter where you are. What's too close for somebody to set up near you?
Oh, geez.
Like, what is because this happened to me the other day. And in my mind, like, look, I hunt on the PD River. You can look it up. There's plenty of room on it. A lot of different places to hunt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guys came in late. A boat came in late. I was all set up. We're probably about 35 minutes before shooting light. Guys come in and set up about 100 yards, right? And I was like, damn. I was like, all right, I got two options. I can either holler, right? Because I know you can hear me. There's no sound right now. We're on the river, or I can just hit you with a floodlight and let you know. Because I have my red lens on just so they know that somebody was over there, right?
Right.
And they set up anyway. And I was like, damn, dude. I was like sitting there thinking about it in the boat with my dog. I was petting my dog and I was like, dude, what is too close, right? Because like there are some instances, birds congregate, they come, they bundle up in certain areas, and it's just how it is, right? But what is too close? And that was my question to you guys is, what do you, in your mind, what do you think too close is?
Well, personally, for me, 100 meters is way too close.
Yep. Well, you're shooting at the same birds at that point,
100%.
Right?
You're shooting at the same birds, and then if birds are working, you're close enough. You're close enough that you could affect me getting a chance to get a shot at the working birds. So 100 meters is a bit too close for me.
And especially at that, if they're setting up, like nobody's going to make the conscious effort to, keep their backs to each other and be shooting in different directions or anything either, right? Like everybody's just going to be spraying everywhere.
100%. Yeah, I was thinking about it and I was like, I want to say like in a situation like that on open river where there's plenty of room for them to set up, I feel like 200 yards because where I come from in Louisiana, you get one swing. If you guys are 200 yards over there, excuse me, and I'm working calling at birds and they swing wide, I get one turn. After that, I didn't convince them. It's your turn.
Right.
Is how we treat it.
So I've done a pile of like long distance rifle shooting. So the range that I was at, there was boards at 1, 2, and 300. So I know, from me to you, like, what's a good distance? I'm like 250, 300.
300, yeah.
Okay. I respect it. You know what I mean?
I guess
More is better.
That's another thing too, because a lot of people probably think they can judge the distance, and they'll look at it and think, oh, it's a couple hundred yards, and when in reality,
especially you're
just
setting up in the dark, right? Sorry, Craig.
Yeah, that's true.
You're setting up in the dark, so I know what I set up in the dark, and then when the light comes up, I'm like, oh Jesus,
that's really close.
Didn't.
So this is this is a good point you're bringing up. So, like, obviously, everyone is all about like satellite imagery and this and that. I use my Apple Map satellite imagery a lot, and I've got Google Earth because they don't share the same photos. So you're looking at an area, one might be way better than the other. The bonus to Google Earth is you can map distances. You can do a pin drop. Okay, I know those guys are on that point. I set a pin. Okay, yeah, I need to go down a little further, which even right here is good enough for me. Like, or I'll just go over there. Like, that's a small.
When we go offline, I'll tell you a story that I heard recently about Arkansas and a very famous person. And that person showing up, just like you said, Drew, late to the show, a bunch of 17, 18-year-old kids that slept at the hole that night so that they could, because they're full of piss and vinegar, right? They're like, yeah, we're getting this spot. This is ours. And they slept out there the whole night, set up. And then this dude shows up and sort of starts blasting right by him. And the kids are like, what are you doing? Like, who are you? And then the guy goes, I'll tell you, I'm not saying it on the show, but
that's all right.
well,
it's funny to me because that morning, the same way, my primary. So I never go into this, and I'm sure a lot of people do this. I go into it with 3 spots, sometimes 4, right? Where I'm like, here's A, B, and C, D, right? Like a PACE plan, primary, alternate, right? Contingency and emergency. And excuse me, I got beat. I got beat to A.
Yeah.
I got beat to my primary, and I rolled up on the guys that didn't have headlamps on, and I'm driving, and I start shining my light, and then they hit me with the headlamps, and I was like, oh fuck! I was like, hey fellas, I like hollered to him. I was probably like 75 yards away. I was like, hey, sorry, dude, didn't see you.
Yeah, I'm out.
I'm going, guys. And I just said, hey, you got any long lines out? And they're like, no. I was like, okay, cool. So I just hammered out, And it's not that hard. It's not that hard to be nice, man. It's free. It's free.
Easiest,
it costs you
honestly
nothing.
The easiest thing in the world to do, to be nice.
Yeah, and you know what I found too? I had a kid who actually he was 24 years old. We're just gonna call him Mike in this scenario. And he rolled up on me. I beat him to a public spot. He's like, hey, bro, I know the spot you're going to. It's the nicest spot around here. Would it be okay if we hunted together? And I was like, damn, you know what? You got fucking balls. I like it.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely, dude. Let's hunt together. I was like, how many are with you? He's like, one other dude. I was like, okay, cool. We'll do it together, man. So, and just stuff like that. I mean, there are ways to go about that stuff.
Of course.
Right. Like, and I think we forget sometimes it becomes.
Well, then, and then Drew, for a guy like you that's a transplant to North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So now you have the opportunity. Well, oh, fuck, maybe you don't know where this friendship could go. This chance meeting, right? This could be your hunting partner for the next 20 years of your life. You don't know.
Oh. So what's crazy about that kid was I've known that kid for 3 years now.
Really?
And we do. We scout, we share spots, the whole shebang, dude. Like it blossomed into a real friendship. And I'm 41. He's 24.
Right.
And I was like, dude, this is wild. Like we both just obsessed with ducks, dude.
Yeah.
It just blows my mind.
Cool.
Well, it's like there's been a couple of things come up just the last little bit. Like Damien, you had sent a screenshot of that one kid that said he lives in Wabashine as well.
Yeah.
And he was asking about Sunday gun hunting. And so I ended up messaging him, said like, hey, I'm in Wabashine. Like, I don't have anything for birds right now, but like, let's figure something out sometime.
Yeah.
But then over this past week, he's posted a couple of times. One being he went out and got his limit one day. Well, there were some hens in it. So of course, a bunch of the old guys on there just ripped them apart.
Here we go.
So it's like kind of tie a few things in like this. From what I can gather online, he's an 18-year-old kid whose dad can't get out hunting right now. So he's doing it on his own.
Yeah.
And these guys got nothing better to do than to bitch at him for shooting some hens.
Dude.
And it's like, so yeah, like I reached out to him. I told him like, I don't have any birds. He's already said, yeah, if I'm going out, I'll let you know. We'll get out together. And just like that, again, everybody's always, oh, the old guys got the info. They've been around a long time. It's like they have been, but sometimes the old guys are just assholes. Right? Everybody always gives the young guys a hard time, but man, some of those old boys, like nobody want to be around.
Seeing an 18-year-old go out solo and smash a limit, I don't care what's in that.
Brother, thank you.
He could have shot 6 times.
So I'm gonna even up you one more. I'm gonna throw this out to you. So imagine you're an 18-year-old kid. You went out and you went hunting. And listen, you do not have to be a fucking genius to know that it's a duck. You may not know exactly what duck it is. And as long as it's not a loon or a fucking harlequin, grebe, you know what I mean? But like, you can tell that's a duck. I'm going to shoot it. So if you're an 18-year-old kid, knowing what social media is, Do you have any idea how much nerve it takes for that kid to be vulnerable enough to come on social media and ask a question, knowing full well that someone is going to fucking rip him apart? And he still does it because he loves it and he wants to be educated. And he doesn't have, like, not all of us were lucky enough to grow up in a hunting family where you're mentored from the time you're 6 years old. So here's an 18-year-old kid that's out. So, like, give the kid a break. All these old fellas that are complaining about the kids that are sitting around playing video games or hanging out at the mall or whatever it is that people complain about kids doing, fucking kids out hunting. And you're going to bust his balls over the fact that he didn't know. And the thing is in Canada, half of our birds they're all brown ducks.
In fairness,
they're not.
They all look the same in the freezer.
They all fucking look the same, like until they get down south. But still, even down south, fucking give the kids a break and let them fucking hunt, and let them ask a question, and let them be educated. You can educate someone without making them feel like they're dumb. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, yeah, sure. Being a prick. Well, here's the thing, man. Like, dude, we better fix this attitude we got.
I agree.
This sport, dude. Like, we have a tier. Look, just because the kid or the girl, I don't give a shit anymore. I don't care what color you are or where you come from or how much experience you have. Like, if you're out crushing them, good for you. If you're not crushing them, also pretty cool, because I guarantee you learned something. You know what I mean? Like, we got to get away from this stack thing, man. I don't know. I know that's a focal point for a lot of people in our culture as a sport, but like there's a lot more to it than that. It's because I don't drive a Reaper boat with a 115 on the back, or I don't have a Prodigy, or I don't have Shen Wader. I just like, come on, guys, you are losing the point so fast. It's crazy. Are those things nice to have? Hell yeah.
But the people that are complaining about that are the same ones that are standing on their soapbox saying, listen, we got to do something because we're losing. We're not bringing in we're not recruiting any new hunters.
That's like the old hunt camp mentality, right?
Pushing
you
them
got
away.
These old hunt camps.
Yeah, stop pushing them away. Exactly.
Yeah, you got the old deer and moose camps where the guys are complaining, wow, we can't get any new blood. And it's like, well, you do. And then you just chase them off all the time.
Yeah,
you treat if you can't bring in new blood, the chances are you're the reason.
Yeah.
Actually,
it's a very good point.
Craig.
Yeah, great point, Craig. If you can't bring in new blood, chances are you're the reason why you can't bring in new blood. Good point.
Well, you're the common denominator here.
Yeah.
Like when you start to do the math, like what? Like you don't get to sit around and bitch and then not do anything too, because that's a big thing with me. Like if you're about a cause, don't complain, do something about it, right?
Yeah.
But if you sit around and complain, okay, now it's something else.
Yeah.
Now it's
you're just complaining. You're complaining for the sake of complaining, and you just want to thump your chest.
Below.
Sorry, Phil, say that again.
I believe the term is you can't suck and blow.
But I really do. And listen, I'll be the first one to admit I am not great at duck ID. I know, but I'm not the best. Like you can give me an early duck, and buddy, there's some of them that I'll probably get wrong. Like hands down, I'll probably get it wrong, and I'll look to Craig or Phil or Merck, and I'll say, "Hey, fellas, I think it's this. What do you think?"
There's a couple of the hen divers that I struggle with.
And divers, I'm fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, good luck.
Yeah, couple of the hen divers I struggle with, and then the biggest thing is hen longtails and like juvie drake longtails. Like that's nothing I struggle with. But like,
so if it's a juvie, 9 times out of 10 I'm getting it wrong. 9 times out of 10.
Like I had a good buddy message me the other day, and we're gonna leave a lot of the details out of it, but it was a duck ID question. Yeah. And I'm like, that's a long tail. I don't know what kind of long tail. That's a long tail. Yeah. Whether it's a juvie drake, juvie hen, adult hen, I don't know.
Right.
That's a long tail.
Yeah.
Without the long tail. Like the head the beak, dead giveaway, right? Like same with widgeon, dead giveaway.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I just
that's
think,
a long tail.
you know, if you are so much of an elitist, you know, because we do know those fellas that, well, if it's not greenheads, then you don't shoot it or whatever, right?
Another one that gets me is
Yeah.
what is it? Red-breasted common long darts.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're all the same bird. Yeah.
Yeah,
Same
and
bird.
as far as mergansers, who gives a
Yeah,
shit which
yeah,
one
yeah.
they are, right?
Long dart.
you're not hurting
Lawn
them
dart.
by
Yeah.
getting the wrong
I
one.
just
There's lawn dart, and then hooded lawn dart.
and then there's lawn dart, and hooded
Oh
lawn dart.
man, yeah.
I don't understand why you would sit behind a computer screen and tear apart the confidence of a new hunter or even somebody
humans
that's
are
not
assholes.
new. Like, why would you? And listen, I am all about public shaming somebody. I am a fucking firm believer that is how we organize.
That is not where I thought you were going with that, but go on, please.
I am a big fan of public shaming people when they do dumb shit. But a kid asking a simple question, that's not dumb shit. That's a kid that's looking for someone to teach
to mentor.
Yeah.
To mentor them, dude.
So take the opportunity. Take the fucking. I'm going to tell you that if Damian Pittman passed away today, one of the greatest things that I could ever ask for is that someone will go, you know what? Damian Pittman prepared me for Afghanistan. Buddy, I'm good. I'm good. I fucking succeeded in life because I taught somebody. I mentored them or whatever. Just stop being assholes to people. For fuck's sake, it's hard enough as it is.
And the benefit you can get from it too, right? Like even like
Buddy.
just looking at my season so far this year, like I've been out on more hunts, like, and I've gotten more invites this year. So like we talked about it on, like when it was just Damien and I last week, we were talking about the hunts I've been on recently. There's one guy that I've known for a number of years, finally get a chance to hunt together, and he's invited me out. And tomorrow, like I've talked about it before, there's these, and kind of touch on what you said, Drew, about, you know, scouting the same area and sharing permissions and that. Like, so there's these two brothers that I've shared permissions with for the last year or two now. And so like, we're always texting. The three of us are always texting. It's like, hey, I saw birds here. You know, do you know which field that is? Like, or like, I can't get out. You guys go check it out or whatever. I haven't had a chance to hunt together. Well, that's not true. We had a chance once and I slept in and never made it. But so the one brother messaged me the other day. He's like, hey, like we're going to hunt the one field on Friday. If you and your son want to come out. I'm like, work wise, I just can't make it happen right now. But with the shitty weather, my work schedule for tomorrow's changed. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to flex my day. I'm going to work later in the day. So now I'm going out hunting with them. Finally, after 2 years of bouncing back and forth and sharing info, and I'm going to go hunting with them. And, you know, I'm bringing an extra blind for the one guy, so he doesn't have to use his one raggedy blind kind of things.
Right.
So like now all three of us can go out and get another day of hunting and share equipment, and you know, maybe the hunt will be shit, but it's another day out there. Just by not being
100%.
assholes to each other, right? Like we share permissions. We could have been dicks, but why?
Yeah.
I
I think there's something cool about the common good where it's like, oh, did you see him? Yeah, I saw him here, but hey, we got weather behind them, so they're probably gonna keep moving. You know what I mean? Like when you guys start piecing the puzzle together, you're like as a team. I think there's a lot of benefit to that, and I think a lot of people lose scope to that. And I think to your point, Damien, about Delta Waterfowl has a mentor program that I think is
3
like,
R's or something. It's called, I think.
yeah, R3 or
R3.
something.
Yeah, something like that.
I think that's it. Yeah, dude, like how cool is that, man?
Yeah.
Like, what? It ain't that hard, man. Like, really and truly take somebody for a day.
It's
Because that's something, dude, that's something I've tried to do for the last couple of years. Last season I was deployed. And like this season I've taken, we've only not that many days, but I've taken one person so far, and the goal is to take 2 people a year who've never done it, right? Like just exposure, right? Like let's just expose people to the fun of it. And I think we can change a lot of different. I would be interested to hear you guys' thoughts on, do you think it's easier to convert a person that's never hunted before or convert someone else that hunts a different like
in
type of
what
animal?
sense? Like
Like Do you think it would be easier to take a deer hunter duck hunting, and make him a duck hunter or her a duck hunter, or do you think it would be easier to take a person that has never hunted and make them a duck?
I think personally, I think if you can get a deer hunter into a blind and it's a good hunt, it doesn't have to be a great hunt.
Yeah.
But a good hunt where you're seeing birds and you're shooting, I think you'll convert a big game hunter all day, every day.
Especially if you intersperse like some shooting and just those times where you're sitting around having a good time and you can talk and be loud.
Because it's such a social hunt. Waterfowl hunting is such a social hunt.
Or give them a warm breakfast sandwich in the blind.
Oh, fucking smoking smoking cigars and cigarettes and playing grabby ass with your buddy. Like, I don't think you could beat it.
I don't know what blind you hunt out of, but I'm not touching anyone's ass.
Shut up, Phil. You've been privy to a couple grabby asses. Don't you fucking kid yourself, kid. Fuck.
But, yeah, I've done the big game thing. Like, I've done the deer and the moose and stuff, and like camp wise, it's amazing. But you spend the entire day by yourself,
right?
Yeah. Like, again, this morning,
that's a good point.
The past 2 days, I hunted with my same buddy Chris.
Yeah.
And like we literally just sit there and we're shooting shit, carrying on. Like, and Chris and I work together as well, and we're going on about nonsense. And all of a sudden, here comes 6 ducks over our shoulder. We're like, oh, like we were like lacing birds this morning, and like we got all giddy and stuff, and we're high fiving, like, oh my god, here comes more. Like, what are you like? You gonna have fun with yourself if you're by yourself deer hunting? Like, what am I gonna high five myself because I shot something? Like, yeah.
Well, and then if you are by yourself and you had one of those great hunts, Phil, well, then you come back to tell your buddies about this great hunt, and your buddies are skeptical, right? They're like, nah, wasn't really that good. Did you really shoot? Did you really triple up on that? You know what I mean?
There's that picture from 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Exactly, right? So, you got your buddies with you. It's just more, I tell you what, and this may, solidify some people's thoughts that I'm a little bit antisocial. But what about when you got that one buddy that you can have the 20 minutes where nobody fucking talks and nobody is upset?
Oh, yeah.
You're just sitting there and you're just watching everything and nobody says a word. How fucking beautiful is that?
That's non-issue.
And on the new person side of things, it's like, I was just thinking back to my early season hunt with Caleb. It was his first bird. And it's like, so we sat there all morning. It was beautiful out. And we had 3 opportunities. And on it was the third opportunity before he finally got a shot off and got his bird. Now, if we were out there in a deer blind, we could have been sitting there all day. And even if you get a deer in and he gets a shot at it and something happens and you miss that shot, that's it, right? There's nothing else to it. Like, that's your day. And but like waterfowl, it's like he could
reset.
He could have been shooting at every single flock that came in, missing everything, but he still got another chance.
Boys, sorry, go Craig.
No, I was just saying, it's like, I think on the news side of things, it's easy too, because it's just more opportunity.
Boys, have you seen that video of the little girl? And it is cold as balls out. And I seen it last year, but then it resurfaced again the other day. And it's a little girl, and she's somewhere with her dad, and they're deer hunting, and the dad records her, and she is absolutely heartbroken that they did not get a deer, and she's crying, and he's asking her, he's like, what's wrong? And she's like, we came out to get a deer, but we didn't get it. And she's just, the snotty nose and the tears coming down, and he's got her, and of course he's the dad, right? So he's got her out hunting, so he's got her dressed up like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, like she can't even move, she's got so much clothes on, right? And she is just absolutely heartbroken that her dad didn't get a deer, and she's like, maybe next year, and her dad's like, yeah, maybe next year, sweetie. She's like, yeah, maybe next year. It is so awesome. It is so awesome. Boys, we're at 70 minutes, and
we apologize, Corey Baker.
I do have to cut it because I have a Retriever Club call coming in 9 minutes, and I have to do that. So
hey, boys, great having you on. Phil, great that was here. Craig, I love you. Damien, you're the best.
No, we're still keeping to the same schedule. We'll do a quick around the table, and then they're right there. So let's start with Billy.
Oh, fuck, you put me on the spot.
I do.
Got him.
Yeah. Got him.
Got him.
It's the little victories that get me through life.
It's the small things.
It's the
anyways,
small things.
Again, as always, true. Great having you on, buddy. Like this episode was just like fucking 70 minutes and 30 seconds of nonstop, like just laughs and sheer shenanigans and
what
nonsense.
It should
be. Yeah, like
our favorite guest.
Oh, 100%. Like this was an absolute riot, and it goes without saying, you are welcome here anytime.
I appreciate that, guys, very, very much. I mean, I really mean that. I thank you very, very much for that. That's very kind.
Craig,
always a good time, Drew. And yeah, I don't mind cutting it nice and quick tonight because I got to be up and meet those guys at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. So shitty time change. They start earlier, but
slay him, buddy. Slay him.
Yeah.
Hopefully get some big birds.
I'm looking forward to hearing all about it, buddy. Drew, my man, to you.
Oh, gentlemen, always a pleasure. Remember, I do like Canadian guys. That's in the books. Yeah, it's always a pleasure, guys. I always feel like we're sitting in a blind together when we do this. And I hope your listeners appreciate how genuine you guys are, because it definitely comes through in the podcast quite a bit. Because I do listen. I am also a listener.
I am also a listener.
Yeah, we also just don't know any better.
I appreciate it, buddy. And you know what? We did 72 minutes of the show, and we did not bring up Kennard's Waterfowl whatsoever. So we will make that up to you because, you know what? The invite is always there. So
we'll have him on again.
Have to come back.
Come on again, and we can talk Kennard's Waterfowl, buddy, and we'll save all the nas the next time. So that you can pitch what you're doing and get some exposure to you, which is always our goal, because we want you guys to grow just as we're growing, right? We'd love for you to grow with us. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Union 0430 podcast, episode 246. We are not experts, nor will we ever pretend to be. We're just a bunch of dudes that love sitting around and hanging out with our friends and talking bird hunting. Until next time, surround yourself with good people. Big love. See you next time.